Welcome back, everybody, to the Crazy Sasquatch Show. Joining me today is Flamin' Spikes. Going to do a little Bears defense. So, Bears Sasquatch. Talk, guys. Oh, that'd be a good team. But at any rate, the Chicago Bears defense. We did the offense a couple days ago. We're going to talk defense. I've read a lot of articles in the last month or two about the Bears defense. Some people are saying don't draft them. Bad defense. I got other people ranking them in the top 4 or 5. I think people got to look at who they picked up this year. We'll get into that a little bit. You can see it on the board of our predictions, who's going to be starting. Some of these guys are, all pros. You got a lot of these guys have been to the Pro Bowl, are all pro players. The Bears have gained some guys this year, I think, to make this team even better. Added some veterans. They added a couple rookies, I think, or at least one rookie may be starting, especially with some injuries here. I heard Artie Burns is out for the season now with a knee injury. Eddie Goldman's sitting out because of the COVID-19. So you got a few defensive guys off, but they brought in some good guys. So we'll see. They got T-Sean Gibson from Houston, veteran, helping out on the other side. They brought in Quinn, which I think is going to be essential to taking the pressure off of Mack. A healthy Hicks, a healthy Trevathan. Roquan Smith, he missed a couple games last year. You keep these guys on the field. You got multiple All-Pros, All-Stars out here on this field. I think you could have a very, very good defense. So we'll start talking about them. Brett, you want to say anything about the defense? And we'll get some questions and answers here a little bit.
No.
No? Okay. So, you see on the board, we got Eddie Jackson starting. Opposite of him, I got T-Sean Gibson. A lot of people are saying Deion Bush is going to have a chance at this. I think he does have a chance. Gibson's been the starter. He showed up for the Houston games last year. I think he helped him win in the playoffs there with interception. So I think in time, if not right off the bat, Gibson's going to be the starter here. With the injury to Artie Burns, I think you give the start to the Jalen here, the rookie. I guess he's looking pretty good in camp. He may not start right away because he's a rookie. He has to learn the speed of the NFL. And, rookie's going to be kind of hard this year with no preseason games to play against another team, learn the speed, learn, the little difference between college and NFL. But I think he'll have that starting job eventually, if not more sooner than later. Opposite of him, you're going to have Kyle Fuller, all pro there. Keep these two guys healthy in the middle with Trevathan and Smith. They can blitz. They can do a lot. Smith has got great speed for his size. This front line, you got Quinn taking the pressure off of Mack. If you got a healthy Hicks, saying he looks like he coming back to the camp pretty healthy and looking good. Couple question marks here with Eddie Goldman setting out. I've heard Nichols is kind of trying out at defensive tackle a little bit. We'll see if Nichols moves over or stays there and Jenkins gets this job and what happens right here in this front area. The Bears have been pretty good on run defense. Hopefully they can get a couple key figures right here and keep the good run defense. I think as far as pass defense, they'll have it. As far as rushing the quarterback, they'll have it. So with that, if Brett don't have anything, we'll get into question and answers here. And I think Bears going to have a pretty good season defensive-wise, guys. Go to your first question for me. I've not seen these, so be ready, guys, for any type of answer.
My first question is, will Mack and Quinn get more or less than 20 sacks together?
Together, I think they'll have more than, you said 20? Mm-hmm. I think they'll have more than 20. I think both of them will be in double digits. I think with Hicks helping out Mack on this side and them not sending as many people here because you got to respect Quinn. Respecting Quinn led Dallas Cowboys in sacks last year. You can't forget about him. He's going to come flying in off of this side. I think double digits for both of these guys. So, yeah, I'd say over 20 for those guys combined. My question for Brett, interceptions. The team in 2018 had 36 interceptions, did really well. They brought in Clinton Dix for last year. This year, Clinton Dix is gone. Prince of Macamara is gone. Bring in Gibson. Bring in Jalen. Get these guys healthy again. I said they had only 10 interceptions last year. What did I say? only 10 interceptions last year, 27. Sorry, guys. 27 interceptions in 2018, only 10 interceptions last year. Which do you think they'll be closer to, that 27 or that 10 for this year?
I think it would be in the middle because in 2018 they had Adrian Amos and Prince Amukamara, and now they don't have them. They have Gibson, which he's probably a top 10 safety. Amos is probably top 5, maybe top 3 safety, strong safety. And then Prince Amukamara, he did last year in 2019 open a lot of holes in their defense or the person he was covering, but without him, they definitely don't have their cornerbacks are their weak point on their defense, so they're probably going to be in the middle of in the interceptions.
And then last year they did bring in Buster Skrine. Buster, for me, the biggest thing he can do, I like him coming off that and blitzing. Some of the key plays I saw last year was him coming in and blitzing the quarterback. I like him as that, but as for covering receivers, I think this rookie Jalen gets going. I think a lot of the defense last year, you couldn't keep them off the field. The offense wasn't doing much, and the defense just got tired. I mean, you get tired out there. By the third or fourth quarter, you've been on the field for 75% of the time. Your defense will get tired, and you're not going to make as many plays. So with that, I'll let Brett ask you the second question.
Who will start at defensive tackle?
I know they're trying Nichols out over there. It's going to be one of those tricky questions. Will Nichols make the move? I mean, you moved Eddie Jackson out of his spot last year, didn't have as much playmaking ability. You're moving him back. Maybe you move Nichols into a position he don't know as well. You only got 3 weeks before season starts, and they're just starting to experiment with him now. Yeah. I got Jenkins as my first bet off the bat here. I think Jenkins is going to probably start. If he don't do it, then you may have to make some changes. But I would say Nichols is going to probably remain over here, and I think Jenkins will be your starter, defensive tackle.
Do the Bears still have Roy Robertson-Harris?
Yes, Roy Robinson-Harris.
Yeah, I would put Nichols at defensive tackle and then Roy Robertson-Harris at defensive end.
Yeah. Brett's actually met him. We got a picture of him. I might post it at the end of the video. No. So we went to the 100-year anniversary last year with the Bears, and Brett got a few pictures of some key guys. Roy Robinson-Harris, Eddie Jackson. We got a picture of quite a few. In the fridge, guys. He met the fridge. So, turnovers. I want to ask Brett a quick question on turnovers. This kind of goes on with interceptions and sacks and fumbles and stuff too. But turnovers, 2018, the Bears had 36 turnovers. Last year, only 19. I guess we're in the middle of the road. You think middle of the road or closer to one of those numbers with this type of defense? I see a lot more blitzing coming, a lot more coverage. How do you think the turnovers is gonna?
It's gonna be closer to 2018 because they have an upgraded defensive line, but their like backfield and their corners have gotten worse since 2018. So I think it'll be a little lower, but I think they'll have more turnovers in total in 2020.
My answer to that is I think if this front line can pressure the quarterbacks and make him get rid of the ball faster, they're going to get rid of the ball quick, or they're going to get sacked or fumble. I mean, I remember a couple games last year or 2 years ago, Aaron Rodgers, and Matt came after him and got a sack and a fumble and a turnover all in the same play. So if this front line can pressure the quarterback, these guys can stay fresh and just keep coming at him, even Roquan Smith coming in the blitz. You may see some quick passes that may end up in turnovers.
And I think it would be on the higher end of the turnovers.
I'm going to get into the Bears' schedule a little bit after we answer the last couple of questions, but I want to go over their schedule just really quickly because I think, a schedule, who they play is going to determine a lot. So I just want to touch on their schedule a little bit after Brett asks his third question here.
My third and final question is, do you think Eddie Jackson will have more or less than 2 pick sixes?
I think it depends on this side of the ball. If these guys can pressure the receivers, they're staying away from Eddie Jackson. If these guys turn it up and they have to throw over here, And Jackson's back in his normal position. I can give him more than 2 pick sixes, or at least two pick sixes, because if they're forced to throw over here and he's back in his normal position, he's going to make plays happen. Things are going to happen. And I could see him taking a couple of them back for pick sixes. Okay, my last question. You lost Eddie Goldman, sitting out this season for COVID-19. You just lost Artie Burns. There are a few defensive guys still out there on the free agent market. I don't think they're going to go after any really big names like a Clowney. I don't think they really need something like that. But as of somebody maybe in here or another guy over in this area, Brett, Flamin' Spikes, do you think they're going to pick up in the next 3 weeks another defensive player?
Well, if they were to get a defensive player, it should be a cornerback. I can't think of the name, but there's a very good cornerback still in free agency. He was a former Titans player. I can't think of the name right now, but I made a video about the top 3 free agents on my channel. But one player that they should trade for, or that I recommend trading for them, is Joe Hayden from the Pittsburgh Steelers. You can get them for like a 3rd and 7th, maybe, but he's definitely number 2 cornerback, and he would improve this defense a lot.
So I think the Bears may try for, being they lost Goldman, being they just lost Artie Burns. The Bears are bringing in a few people. I know they signed looked at a quarterback a couple days ago. I think they signed a young wide receiver this year or just today. I think they're going to start looking on the defensive side just for some backup, if nothing else. I know they got, like Brett said, Roy Robertson, Harris. They got some decent backups behind these guys, but it ain't going to hurt to get another guy in there to fill in for the 2 guys you're losing. I can see
there's really no backups for middle linebackers.
But I can see the Bears doing something in free agency and picking up a defender somewhere. I mean, teams are going to start dropping guys. They get closer to the start of the season here, and you got to drop your 80-man roster down to, I believe it's 56 guys. Maybe a few guys that appear on the market that may look pretty favorable for the Bears. So I would keep an eye open here. I think the Bears might make a move or two here in a couple weeks as players start getting dropped off of other teams to get down to that playing number roster. So with that, I want to go over the schedule real quick, and some of the reasons we think I think the Bears are going to have a heck of a year on defense. I'm not talking 85 Bears. I heard one guy say, "Oh, this is going to be like a total, it could be like an 85 Bears defense." You can't compare really anybody to that. I mean, the 85 Bears was 85 Bears. These guys could have a very good defense if this all comes together. Got Detroit. Stafford's a good quarterback. He had 2 good wide receivers there, but he's not mobile. He ain't gonna take off running. If they can blitz him, make him throw the ball quick, he can have some turnovers there.
And he could run.
He can run a little bit, but he ain't gonna outrun these guys a whole lot. Giants, you got a young quarterback there that you put pressure in his face, he could make mistakes. Then you have Atlanta, veteran quarterback. It's at Atlanta. A couple really good wide receivers. Bears going to have a tough game there. They could, you can shut one main wide receiver down. Can you shut the other one down? I don't know. You blitz the quarterback, Matt Ryan. Yeah, he's a quick pocket passer, but he's not mobile either. You can get to him. So Indianapolis, Phillip Rivers, another quarterback that's not going to run much. A new team. We'll see. I think the Bears could chew on that one a little bit. Then you got Tampa Bay with Tom Brady and a couple good wide receivers there. This could be a good test for the Bears. You got good wide receivers and Tom Brady. This could be a fun game to watch. Bears defense against Tom Brady. This could be a very fun game to watch. You can't forget about Brady's got Gronkowski. Got a couple of good wide receivers there. This could be a good test to see where the Bears are at by week 5. You're gonna know who your starters are and how well they're doing by now. Carolina, if this front can stop a running back, and these guys spy on McCaffrey, Bridgewater is a running quarterback though, so you're gonna have to watch for him too. But I think the Bears can take care of that one. If you want to add anything in on any of these games, or Spikes, let me know. Rams, there's another quarterback. You get him riled up, he makes mistakes. So Bears have beat Rams before with a lesser defense. New Orleans, Drew Brees. Here's another big test. I I got Breeze going to the Super Bowl this year. My predictions with what team they have: a good defense, a good offense, high powered. It's going to be another big test for these guys. But Breeze isn't a running quarterback much anymore either. So you get a lot of blitzes in his face, make him throw the ball fast. Mistakes happen, so we can see with that one that will be a tough one. Tennessee, I think they can stop that. Yeah, Derrick Henry's a big muscle back, running back. Hicks isn't that small, guys. Can Henry run over Hicks? And can these guys keep Henry at bay? You stop that, pretty much one weapon for Tennessee. I think he can stop them. You got the tough test at Minnesota. You lost Diggs. You no longer have a good number 2 wide receiver, but you got a pretty good rookie. By now, that rookie could be coming up and playing pretty well. But Kirk Cousins isn't that mobile either. You can rattle him. Got a good bye week then. You got a bye week after a division rival with another division rival and called Green Bay. These guys called Green Bay coming up, which, this could be a little bit of a revenge match from the last couple of years. These games the last couple of years have been really close. We'll see what happens here. To me, Packers are lacking a little bit on wide receiver. If the Bears can blitz Aaron Rodgers, it can make things happen on that one. Detroit again. Houston Texans, I think, tough team, but not a lot of defense. Yes, you have a very mobile quarterback that can make things happen. Could be a good test for this front line. Mack, Quinn, can they keep him at bay? Trevathan Smith, can they keep Watson at bay on this one? Minnesota again. Jacksonville, I think Bears gonna eat this one up. And then Green Bay to end the season. This may be who wins the division, guys. So by now, Bears are gonna probably know who their starting quarterback is, who all their starters are. Been through the battle of the season, and hopefully everybody's healthy and going into this one, because it may determine playoffs, may determine league championship, but division champs, or a wild card. So last game of the season is going to dictate a lot, but there's some tough teams in here with Atlanta, New Orleans, Green Bay that can put up a lot of points. We'll see what the Bears defense can do. Any ending words with anything, Brett?
Yeah.
The Bears? What do you think they'll rank? Out of all the defenses this year, sorry guys, need a drink. What do you think the Bears are going to rank in defense, total defense this year, 2020?
I think they are going to be the first best.
So, number 1 defense. I don't disagree with that. You got Baltimore 49ers. You got some tough defenses out there. Do they have a full, this many All-Stars? Potential Pro Bowl players? This could be a very deadly defense, guys. You look at some of these other defenses like the Rams. They got a couple key players that you can pick the weak points apart. Are we going to have weak points here? I think it kind of dictates right here. If these are strong points, or at least not weak, it'll be a good season. So with that, I think we'll end it. And hopefully we got a good season, guys. And Sasquatch, Flaming Spikes, out.